it is written in so much bold letters that even blind can see. तो जनाब ये बात है करीब 30-32 साल पहले की. आई done about 10 years of schooling in a private school, and for my sins I decided to do my 11th and 12th from a government school. As I entered the building, there was this lady who was standing there, and she said exactly these words कि it is written in so much bold letter that even blind can see. And for a moment I said, okay, culture setback, this is going to be different. But it wasn't half as bad because she turned out to be the English teacher, and that made it a little bit worse. तो मेरा फर्स्ट इंट्रोडक्शन जो था वो गवर्नमेंट स्कूल का ये था. अब ये तो पुरानी बात हो गई, 30-32 साल पुरानी बात है, तो इसमें आप सोचेंगे कि यार वो टाइम अलग था, आज शायद थिंग्स वुड बी डिफरेंट. बट I have my doubts. I have my doubts, and it is evidenced by the fact that अगर आज भी किसी parent को आप एक option दीजिए to send their child to a private school or a government school, I think most people will never send their kid to a government school. So really what has happened is that the government has done two jobs really, really well. Okay, one is that they have not improved their own infrastructure. Case in point, Chandigarh, where I stay, is a city that was built to be a self-sufficient. So each sector had a market, a school, etc. And I think in the near vicinity there are about 2 or 3 government schools, and they are sitting on huge tracts of land. Okay, but even then, for us, we would rather send her by bus to something which is 5-6 kilometers away, just because we know that the infrastructure that is going to be provided, the quality of teaching that is going to be provided is not going to be adequate. And so the alternative thrives, and that too is throttled by the policy making. So अगर आप देखिए कि EWS, अरे आपके पास ज़मीन पड़ी हुई है, आपके पास बहुत सारा सामान पड़ा हुआ है, आप अपना इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अपग्रेड कीजिए, आपको किसी प्राइवेट स्कूल के अंदर EWS इन्फोर्स करने की ज़रूरत ही नहीं है. अच्छा, उसके बाद ये NEP आ गया. ये these are all policies that are meant to reform, but really are they doing their job? Okay, and so this is going to be a series of videos. So as we unravel this, we'll go into the details of each one of them. But in essence, government has done two jobs. One, not improve their own infrastructure, and two, is to throttle the alternative. Now, the alternative is not clean. Okay, I mean, by a very conservative estimate and basis what I've seen, I would say that 80% of all private schools in the country are owned by either a politician, a builder, or an industrialist. So, expecting that it is for, and most of them are run as charitable trusts and societies, but below that, is it really trying to be charitable? That is a question that needs asking. And the alternative, in my opinion, is that they are not clean. And so, for most of us, middle class parents, there are only two alternatives. One is that we are stuck between government apathy and capitalistic greed. And I don't know if that is motivation or whatever, but I would want to do something about how education is run in this country, and some of my own experiences with schooling. And I'll quote an example here. So I remember I was probably in class 9th, and we came back from a break, and there were and to find that our class was locked. The class was locked, and we were just waiting there, trying to figure out who had the keys to it. And when something came into my mind, because it was a hot, humid July afternoon just after summer vacation, and I said, hey, listen, till when will we wait here? There is this window. The door is locked, but there is a broken window pane through which I can go in. And I was this thin, lanky kid. And I said, I'll open the window and we can jump in through the window, and whenever the door opens, it will open. So I was midway through this act, when a teacher walked in. So, I mean, she gave me a piece of her mind, but on the next parent-teacher meeting, she is asking my mother, कि, why would a sane child want to do that? Now, the thing is that for a career that has been built on problem solving, and it comes naturally to me, if there is a problem and it has a very obvious solution, and it may not be the most socially acceptable solution or the most obedient solution, but it's still a solution, right? And I told her, I said, listen, if you'd come 2 minutes later, I would have done the job and we'd be inside. And you'd be wondering how we got in there. And you didn't have a CCTV recording in any case back in the day. तो मैं ये कह रहा हूँ कि अगर मैं ओबीडियंट होता तो शायद मैं प्रॉब्लम सॉल्वर कभी नहीं बन पाता, या मेरा करियर वैसे ही ज़ीरो हो जाता, क्योंकि मैं आई मीन दैट इंटायर अर्ज वुड हैव बीन कर्ब्ड. सो we'll continue this in the next videos. So stay tuned, follow me, share this. Thank you. See you next time.